What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the zoo. First off, I want to thank y'all for the support on the last video. I've been blown away by how many people enjoyed it, so hopefully I've got another banger for y'all today. With the release of Season 4, we have a new SMG, the LC10. And just like most gun releases, it's busted and absolutely the meta. But did you know that it's pay to lose? Stick around to the end and I'll show you what I mean. To start off, let me show you why this gun is going to take over the meta. To do so, I'm going to compare it to the other meta contenders, the C9 and the Ladra. All three will have meta attachments on so we can see how they would behave in a regular match. First thing is the recoil pattern. This thing is as smooth as butter, no aim assist needed. It just glides up slightly to the right for about 15 shots, then after that it heads in the opposite direction, just as smooth. The change in direction can certainly trip you up, but once you practice with it a few times, it's easy to adapt to. The big thing to notice here is that there are no sharp direction changes or much variance from shot to shot. Just one straight line, a gentle curve, then one more straight line. The C9, which a lot of streamers are touting as the meta right now, totally different story. This thing is all over the place, switching from left to right 5 times in a single mag. And these aren't gentle curves like the LC10. Some of these are straight up 90-degree turns. On mouse and key, this is just too much to deal with while also trying to keep a slide canceling bunny hopper demon in your line of sight. The Ladra is not too bad, certainly has a couple of direction changes and a bit more variance than the LC10, but the overall pattern is not bad. Its biggest difference is how much more vertical recoil there is. This thing kicks like a mule. It's certainly controllable, but I'm about to show you why even if you can control it, the LC10 is still the better option. Let's look at the stats for these three. In TTK, the LC10 doesn't blow the others out of the water, but it does still come out on top. Using the chest values for each gun, the TTKs at close range are 525 milliseconds for the LC, 560 for the Ladra, and 574 for the C9. Depending on how many shots land in each of the damage zones and what range you're at, these placements tend to mix around and it would be ridiculous to do every single one of those calculations. So realistically, the TTK for all three of these are very comparable. Using True Game Data's TTK comparison tool, this is what we get. You can see the LC10 squeaks out an edge up to about 16 meters, then all three are nearly identical with the C9 barely squeaking out a few milliseconds. In regards to your delay times, such as your ADS, sprint to fire, etc., the LC10 comes in a bit quicker in most of these. The Ladra is very close, with the sprint to fire even being 8 milliseconds quicker than the LC. However, the C9 is significantly slower than these two. Both sprint to fire and ADS on the C9 are about 20 milliseconds slower than its counterparts. Ranges, as you can see on this graph again, are all within about a meter of each other, so no significant difference there. So, combining a great recoil pattern with a competitive TTK is a surefire way to put a gun in the meta. Now that we've established that the LC10 is the SMG you should be using, how could it possibly be pay to lose? There's a couple of factors here: iron sights and muzzle flash. Take a look at the base iron sights here. The circular section certainly blocks a good portion of your view. However, the irons themselves are clean and straight, great for tracking. Now, if you've bought the Battle Pass and or the Black Cell, you get access to the Hole Buster in both its versions. Let's hold the irons up. Notice anything different? There's a wave of green that changes the color of the irons. Does this look sick? Absolutely. Does it make it harder to track a target? Again, absolutely. If your opponent is on a green backdrop, you can lose them or just get distracted by this color change. If you like the look of this blueprint but want to get rid of the color changing irons, all you need to do is change the skin on the barrel like so. Problem solved, right? A color changing barrel that you can fix. That's not too bad. Certainly not enough to make it pay to lose, but that's not all. Now you may have noticed I had suppressors on all 3 of the SMGs we've been talking about. Why is that? To get rid of muzzle flash. Here's the base LC10 with the compensator barrel. And here it is again with the suppressor. Let's grab a still frame from each and you can see the target just about disappears behind the muzzle flash. Now, let's equip the blueprint versions with a suppressor. You still get a blue muzzle flash despite the suppressor, so the only benefit you're getting at that point is staying off the radar. In addition to the muzzle flash, these blueprints also cause a fog/cloud effect on your target when it hits. This isn't a major thing, but it's something to consider when we're trying to squeak out every possible advantage. I think the chain link effect on the Black Cell version is super cool. However, I want to reduce visual recoil as much as possible. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be playing with these blueprints. Instead, I'm going to go with the basic LC10. I like the glowing effect on the magazine and rear grip from the blueprint, so I'll add those on in the customizer under skins. Are these small effects worth spending money on? No, not in my opinion. But if there is something else in one of these battle passes and this is just an added bonus, awesome. Now, how about a bonus tip? Remember how we said the green iron sights got lost in the background? What if we could make the side ones green while keeping the center one black? To do so, go to Camos, All Specials, Unlocked, then select a green one. I like this Death Throws one. Now, let's go back to the firing range and check it out. There you have it. Both side ones are now camouflage, leaving the central one to stand out. If you have other camo suggestions you want me to try out, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and a huge thanks again for the massive support on the last video. If you found something useful in this video, drop a like. If you want to see more of the zoo, hit that subscribe button. Until next time, keep improving, slow and steady. But yeah, there's definitely people up there, and they've got mines. I wouldn't. Oh,
fuck.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Stop it. Oh, just kidding. God damn it. They shot me out of the thing anyways. Sorry, man.
No, you're good. You're a good distraction.
The entire lobby looking at us for some reason.